Well, it's Uncommon Fossil, taking a look at Iron Thorns EX as its own deck. So this deck, since a Pokemon is as simple as it gets, we just play one Pokemon, Iron Thorns EX, with 4 copies of that, so we know what we're attacking with each turn. And it's a counter deck, and it is a bit matchup dependent, but it is good in a lot of matchups, I will say, from my playing with it. And it does have some interesting decisions along the way, too, so it's not as boring as it might appear to be. The attack with it is Lightning Colorless. Colorless does 140 damage. You move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon, so as long as you have Iron Thorns, another copy on the bench, you're going to move energy to it. Usually you do, because we don't. Obviously, if we only have one Pokemon to play, it gets knocked out, we just lose the game. So we just have to kind of cycle through the active to the bench, or keep reattaching the active. That's part of the process we're figuring out with the deck, is how to work that energy flow and to keep from getting one, assuming we're not getting one shot, how to kind of keep cycling things through. And part of this is what makes this Pokemon into a viable deck on its own. It's got the ability initialization. As long as this Pokemon's in the active spot, your Pokemon with a rule box in play, both yours and your opponents have no abilities except for future Pokemon. So you could obviously put it into a future box as well, but obviously you could get gusted up. So here, Pidgeot EX, Charizard EX, Arceus V-Star, they don't have any abilities, so that does really make a big difference. It makes it difficult for most decks to one-shot us. Of course, if a deck can just one-shot us, we're just going to lose that game. So, like I said, it is a bit matchup dependent. Energies here, fairly straightforward, although I am using my A spec within the energies as well. 4 double turbos, because it's 2 colorless and 1 lightning. Double turbo obviously just helps set it up so it's 2 attachments we can attack. 7 copies of basic lightning, and then playing Legacy Energy for the A spec. It obviously covers the lightning energy that we need, but also when the Pokemon this card's attached to is knocked out, and I think it's just from by damage from an attack. So if it's like an effect of an attack or by poison or something like that between turns, it doesn't help. But your opponent takes 1 fewer prizes, and all we play are these 2 prize Pokemon, so therefore our opponent now has to take 4 knockouts to win the game instead of 3, and that's a big plus as well, I think, with this deck. All right, supporters first. For Judge, we're a disruption-based deck, so we're playing for Judge. We're playing, what's the Iono count here? 4 Iono, right? Just trying to disrupting our opponent is a big part of it. We're playing 3 Eri as well. Your opponent reveals their hand, discard up 2 item cards. Again, just disrupting there. And then we also play Giovanni's Charisma. Not all this play it, but I like it in the deck. It disrupts, and it can help us power up our own Pokemon. You put an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. They have to reattach again, of course. They don't lose it, but it goes into their hand. And then if you do that, you attach an energy from your hand to your active Pokemon. And there are times that this card has allowed me to make an attack on a turn, and that, of course, can be a big deal. So I like it in the deck, although, like I said, not everybody plays that. And then what else do we have? We play 4 Arven. Tools are very important in the deck. And you search for an item and a tool. That's very good there. And then 4 Bosses Order, very disruptive, controlling. So, trying to make it so our opponent can't set up well. Obviously, gusting, just slowing down, making our opponent's life miserable. Boss helps with that a lot. And then 2 copies of Penny. I really like it in the deck. Not every deck plays this either, and I'm kind of surprised by that. I think it's just super awesome in the basic deck, especially one this is a slow deck. We're not doing the biggest damage, and we're just making life difficult for our opponent, so hopefully not getting one shot. You put your basic Pokemon and all the cards attached to it into your hand, which also means, like if we have the Legacy Energy, it comes back to our hand, and we can slap it back down again, and that is super, super nice there. First trainers, well, let's see, we'll start off. We play 4 Crushing Hammers. That's kind of the bad side of the deck. I don't like playing hammers. I don't like playing against them. I don't really enjoy playing them either. The feeling is the coin toss, it always goes against me, whether I'm on the receiving side, where my opponent always flips heads, or when I'm playing, it feels like using it seems like tails comes up more often, but it is very good. We're being disruptive, right? If heads, discard energy from your opponent's Pokemon. So very good there. 2 Canceling Cologne. This is here for... We do have to do switching, so Snorlax is a problem, so it shuts off Snorlax so we can get our free retreat with our tool, which we'll get to shortly. So that's important there. It allows us to hit through Mimikyu, so 2 copies of that. Some decks most decks play 2, some play 1, some play none. I would probably either play 2 copies or no copies. I'm not sure 1 copy is going to give enough value in the matchups, so you can kind of make your choice about that. Most games you don't need Canceling Cologne, so maybe the argument be made, hey, I'll just deal with it when it's an issue. Obviously with Penny, you can kind of get away without Canceling Cologne, not against Mimikyu, but against Snorlax. 1 copy of Earthen Vessel. We need energies, and since we play Arven, it lets us Arven and get an energy through grabbing the Earthen Vessel. 1 Lost Vacuum, just get rid of a stadium or a tool in play that we don't like. 3 Future Box Energy Capsules, Future Booster Energy Capsules, super important. First, the biggest thing, it provides free retreat to the future Pokemon it's attached to. And like I said, we're moving energy off the active, so we're going to want to retreat to the bench because we don't have energy on it, or also because it's damaged and we don't want to get knocked out, so we retreat to the bench, forcing our opponent to get a boss to knock it out. It also does 20 more damage. We usually have a double turbo attached, so we're going from the 140 down to the 120. But 140, but then it gets us back to 140 with the tool attached. So that's a big deal, right? Because now you are 2-shotting Arceus V-Star, Giratina V-Star, those 280 HP Pokemon, some Stage 1 EXs, and that's a big deal, right? Going from 2-shotting to 3-shotting a 2-prize Pokemon makes a huge deal as well. So the tool's super important. Hitting the items for Pokégear. We don't have an engine, so it just helps us get the support we want. 1 copy of Energy Loto. I think it's really important in this deck. We can get it with Arven once again, and you look at the top 7 cards of deck, you can put an energy card you find there into your hand. So it's really the only way to try to increase our odds of getting double turbo, right? With energy, Arven, grab Energy Loto if we need a double turbo, and then there's a decent chance we'll hit it on our turn. It's not guaranteed, but that's the best we have there. 2 copies of Techno Radar. That's our only Pokemon search because it's very good with this future Pokemon. You discard a card from hand, search your deck for 2 future Pokemon. We don't need all that many Iron Thorns going in a game, so 2 copies is enough, and obviously it leaves us deck space for other cards, so that's really good. And obviously we're not taking a lot of space with Pokemon either, so we can have a lot of trainers. Very nice there. So 2 copies of Calamitous Wasteland. Retreat costs of each basic non-fighting Pokemon to play costs 1 more. Just helps bossing, getting something stuck in the active, their opponent can't do anything, so that's good there. And then we play our tools. I mentioned the Future Booster Energy Capsule, and then 1 copy of the Technical Machine Turbo Energize. For 1 energy, you search your deck for 2 basic energy, attach them to your bench Pokemon any way you'd like. It's only basics, that's unfortunate, but you can slap a basic on 2 Iron Thorns on the bench, and then you just need to attach a double turbo to attack the following turn. And then a copy of TM Devolution obviously can be very disruptive as well, so just nice having it in the deck. And of course, the tools are good in an Arven deck. We play 4 Arven, so having an extra, a 1-of tool like that's helpful in some matchups is very good. Obviously, you have to make your choices of what to do when. Like, when do you want to TM Devolution to make it most impactful? Because we can't recover it. You could drop a Silene in the deck to try to recover some of these things, like hammers or a TM Devolution. But that's probably just going to take too many turns to take advantage of that, and that probably doesn't pay off, which is why I actually haven't tried Silene. I've kind of thought about it, but I don't think it's going to make the deck better. But anyway, I've had some pretty good luck with the deck, and it's reasonably enjoyable to play. And if you're also looking for a simpler deck, it's not terrible in that you're only attacking with 1 Pokemon the whole game, so it kind of reduces. You don't have to worry about Pokemon to drop on your bench, right? So reduces the choices there, and sometimes a little less decision making is enjoyable at the end of a long day. Let's take a look at the deck in action. All right, see how things go here. Took a loss last turn. My opponent was able to start attacking on turn 1, and I wasn't able to get any more Pokemon on my bench, so I just had the 1 active. So that kind of was the last game. So we'll see how hopefully things go better here. It was certainly a winnable game the last time. So I'll go first. I think that's the way I want to do it. I can't attack for 2 energy, and that way also my opponent can't use an ability like Lumineon V or Squawkabilly EX on their first turn, and that's good. Okay, opponent's each taking a mulligan. I'm taking multiple mulligans. Espathra. Okay. So that's going to be very awkward. I need an extra energy to attack. We'll see how it goes. Although, actually, no, I don't. Actually, I shut off their ability, right? So that's the good news. All right, not a bad hand, I guess. Not a bad hand. And Canceling Cologne doesn't matter for this one. They can't use Rotom V, so that's very nice for me. So just attach and end turn. Obviously, I could play Canceling Cologne, but it doesn't do anything, right? It doesn't impact their turn, and I have their ability shut down. So see what happens here. I mean, do I play Judge? Do I play Eri? Probably want to attack, right? So what's on the bench here? Mimikyu. All right, Mimikyu is annoying. So this is where I have the 2 Canceling Colognes. So the problem is, since they have 2 Mimikyus in deck, which they already have in play, it's going to be tough to deal with. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4 other prizes. So, you know, hopefully that Rotom V stuck in play. That's part of what I'm hoping here, I will say. If they attach energy, I will Crushing Hammer. Probably want a Crushing Hammer on them. It depends where it goes, right? If it goes on the Mimikyu, I'm thinking with the 2 Canceling Colognes, I could, honestly, if I hit an energy, I'd probably take out a Mimikyu this turn. So they can use Forest Seal Stone, right? Because that's not an ability on a Pokemon. That's the tools. So that helps them out a lot. So we'll see. They haven't, what did they do? They didn't play a supporter yet. So we'll see if my hand stays or goes away. You know, since I don't have energy in hand, discarding boss, yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. All I'm playing is Iron Thorns. They probably know that. How many mulligans did I take, by the way? 2 mulligans. No, I took 4. Well, I took 2 and then I took 4. Is that what happened here? No. Okay. I took. It only reveals 2 at a time, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird in the battle log there. It says I took 4 in total, but it's like 2 sets of 2, I guess. I don't know. It's a little weird. So, okay, handheld fan on the Flittle though. I mean, that's okay. I mean, that one's kind of odd. All right. So let me. I mean, do I want to get rid of that energy? Well, let me see what I can do here. I guess this is Atu engine. Missed that. Let me get rid of. I mean, I need some Pokemon, right? So I will. Do I ditch the Eri? I think I want to keep the boss because dealing with those Mimikyus is going to be annoying. And then I will Judge after this and see what I get. I'd love to get energy and start attacking, right? Because those Mimikyus mean I need to get prizes off of these other Pokemon. All right, well, this isn't bad at all. Let's see, can I hit Hammer? Can I hit heads this time? No. As I say, it always feels like Hammers just never goes the way I want. It's obviously not true, but, you know, we'll see what happens. So doing 120, I don't have the tool attached, so Arven's very nice for next turn, though. I will move the double turbo. This guarantees that I can attack next turn, right? Actually, which would do I want to work it? Let me look, or I could keep him in the active, right? So I'm going to move the lightning energy. That way I can attach lightning to the active. That assumes I don't want to retreat, right? Because I have the Earthen Vessel, right? 1 Earthen Vessel. I only have 1, though. So let's see, did they get, you know, but as I discard Psychic Energy, it's not so bad for, well, no, they don't want it in the discard pile, so see what happens here. So getting their Espathra set up. They have the tool on it too, so that means I move all my energy, or 2 energies, and that's usually all I have, onto the bench. So they might be grabbing a switch card. I don't know. You know, we'll see what happens here. I might want to get rid of the Lost Vacuum. I mean, I could Lost Vacuum their tool away too. You know, I'm not. I don't know. I gotta. You know, we'll see how their turn plays out and what I do. Then I have the Arven. I imagine I'm going to play it. If I draw another supporter, that could change. Oh, they're playing hammers as well. Okay, so a little hammer. Hopefully they don't hit heads. You know, I flipped 2 tails. Hopefully the game. All right, good. That's good. You know, if they had hit heads, that would have been very depressing there. So getting Mimikyu set up. I'll take 2 prizes, I think. That's quite good. So Arven. I need energy, right? Do I have Earthen Vessel? I do. And I want a tool, right? Yes, I do want a tool. So I'll do this. All right, I need to discard something though, right? I think I need to keep the tool. Oh, this is awkward now, right? I'm gonna get rid of Lost Vacuum. All these cards are very good, but I think I'm going to want to have that boss because of the Mimikyu, right? It's all very awkward, is what I'll say. And I'm gonna move the double turbo to the bench. So that's, so the Rotom's been shut down. That's been a plus. I'm gonna move the double turbo to the bench. I could have moved the lightning energy, right? That would have been possible as well. Okay, got a double turbo. That's very nice for sure. Sending up the Mimikyu. This is where, so I kept the boss, and that's where keeping the boss is very good. So, because that's what I want to do here, right? They're just gonna be a poke with Mimikyu. We'll see if they might disrupt my hand. So, okay. Fortunately I draw another tool, so I can retreat to the bench. That's very good. Okay, well this is good. So, I don't think I want to get rid of. Do I want to get rid of that Flittle? No, he's going to move a second energy though, right? That's the awkward spot here. So actually, I think that's okay, right? It's not great though, is it? So I'm going to retreat here. Don't want a Penny, certainly. I'll send him up. I want to attack here. And it should say 0 damage, but I want to. Which way do I want to go here? Get rid of the engine, get rid of the Flittle. The Flittle's going to be awkward, but it's okay. So I'm going to take out the Flittle. I'm going to lose all my energy, right? But that's okay. That's okay. I hope it's okay. So move an energy, and then it should have me do it again, right? Oh, so my opponent gets to pick the other one. That's okay. Yeah, obviously that's what they're going to do. This is where I have Penny, though, so I can actually get the... I could Penny up. Oh, this is good. Got the Canceling Cologne. So super awesome there. This gets me I get 2 prizes at that point, so... and I have another Canceling Cologne in deck, so this is all very nice. So... I'm gonna attack with... I'm gonna attack with this guy here, I guess. He doesn't have the tool. I don't love that, but it's okay. I hope it's okay, right? And I will just move 1 energy. I'll play the Canceling Cologne. And now I will just take you out. Does 120. And I'll move that lightning, that extra energy, onto the man on the bench. The active guy could attack, and the opponent concedes. So, those Canceling Colognes meant the Mimikyus. I could have possibly won without the Canceling Cologne, but once I played Canceling Cologne and already taken out the Rotom V, my opponent scooped, which wasn't a shock. So the deck came through very nicely that game. All right, let's see what happens here. Things are working out pretty well as I'm recording games for this video. Not winning all the time, but winning, I think, more often than I'm losing. And honestly, the games generally aren't terribly long. You'll get some concessions. It's not necessarily a bad choice to grind up the rank ladder either. All right, we'll see how many mulligans I take here. That's always the thing. So far, 7's the most I've taken in a game. Can I beat 7 mulligans? That's one of those little fun little... just little games you play to help, little insider games to just try to make things a little more interesting as you're waiting. Because the setting up of these games is slow. Just 1 mulligan. Only 1. No energy, though. This is a lousy hand to start the game with. For going first, this is a terrible 4 Pokégear. I mean, I like 4 Pokégear, but this is bad. And it's Iron Thorns. Yeah. So I got nothing. So this is not good. The fact I didn't get energy attached means I'm not doing much, right? Now they attach. I hammer, right? They're going to toss away my 2 hammers probably. That's not good. Yeah. So huge advantage for them. Huge advantage for them. So because now I'm down to 2 hammers. So unless I... All right, well, that's not terrible. I'll play Judge. The other Pokégears don't, you know, at this point, Iono's slightly better, but that's okay. All right, you know, Giovanni's Charisma could be useful in this matchup too. I have to have energy, of course, in hand. Well, I mean, I don't necessarily, but I'd like to be able to attack, right? Do they start attacking? They are, right? They have Arven. So they can get themselves an energy. I assume they at least play Earthen Vessel. Probably Energy Loto. I don't know what percentage of decks are playing that. So the fact that I didn't have energy on my first turn was not good, right? And, you know, I had a hand that wanted to go second. I did not have a go first hand. So, yeah, right now it's looking like a loss to me. In fact, and if I don't, you know, I need to get something in play here because they're going to knock me out next turn, period. Giovanni's Charisma is no good because I will... okay. I mean, it's not good. I'm going to lose this game, I imagine. So I need Titanium. And actually, Turbo Energize is good too, right? So that's not bad. That's not bad here. Oh, all right. So I need to ditch something here. Do I keep the Lost Vacuum or I ditch the Lost Vacuum? That's one of my questions, right? I think I want these other cards though, right? I think I do. So I'll ditch the Lost Vacuum. It's not bad, right? It's not great, but of course. But not a bad turn. So it gives me a bit of hope here. Yeah, but not, you know, that helps a lot, right? Helps a lot. My Giovanni's Charisma is actually kind of nice as well. I'm going to take 2 prizes. You know, do they get, right? I know from my own play with deck, sometimes I struggle to get more Pokemon to play. So, all right, they'll do that now. So I imagine. So now that, you know, that's really good for them. So I couldn't have played Penny. Obviously, being able to play Penny is okay. Handheld Fan's going to be awkward. So getting rid of the Eri. Okay. Iron, you know, just, okay, 2 Iron Thorns. They can't accelerate energy, though. Okay, they don't have any energy going on, so that's actually pretty good. Oh, they have the 1 energy there, right? Because they move. This is where, and I don't knock them out anyway, so we'll see how this goes here. It's awkward. I do have Penny, though, so that's... I guess I just attached the TM Devolution, right? Because I don't think I'm going to want it. I think I just want to get it out of the way, right? So I will move the double turbo, and then I hope I can penny him I can penny the active out of play, so that's okay to attack. So I can attack next turn. They're obviously taking a prize. The fact that I play the Legacy Energy, I don't know what A-Spec they play yet. Haven't seen it. Could be a Legacy. You know, if they don't play Legacy Energy, then that's my one advantage potentially. Is that I play. You know, that I give up 1 prize the one time. Now, okay, that was a weird graphic. That was just weird looking there. All right, so boss. I think I want to penny him out of play, right? Penny my active out of play. Drop you down. And I attack. This is where things are a little awkward. But we're 2-shotting, so the tool doesn't matter for the 1-shotting. Just kind of keep the energy loop. Obviously, every time I move the double turbo because I want to have... Now the guy on the bench is fully prepared to attack. The problem is the guy in the active can't attack, and he's not going to get knocked out. So unless I get a tool, do I play a switch in this deck? I don't know that I do. No, I don't play switch. I play Penny, and I have the tool, right? So I guess I... Tell Giovanni's Charisma. It's not a great turn, but, you know, we'll see what happens. Can they attack this next turn, right? That's really all I could do there. So we'll see how things go. They might not be able to attack for a turn. So it's very much a two-deck. You know, we're two-shotting each other. They got the first knockout. There's more damage on their side of the board than my side. This might be a pass. Okay, that's a pass. I need to draw something. That's what needs to happen. Oh, I have Penny, so I'm liking that. So I can take a knockout. I think I want to do that, right? I think I take the knockout. I mean, it's just not going very well, though, I will say, at this point. And that's it. I'm out of pennies, right? Yes, I am. So I'm going to move the basic energy because I assume they're not going to knock me out unless they boss. So they might play boss, but assuming they don't boss, the safer bet is this, right? Because now I can attack with this hand. Like, they could disrupt my hand, but with basic energy, I attach a basic energy to either Pokemon and I can attack. So Calamitous Wasteland is pretty useless. Neither of us want to pay the full retreat cost, obviously. And all right, handheld fan is awkward. Enhanced hammer, so I mean, crushing hammer. Hopefully they hit tails. That's good. Losing that double turbo would have been very bad for me. Okay, Iono. So let's see. I need an energy to be able to attack. I need a lightning energy or a legacy. Actually, you know, legacy is super awesome. Okay, I have Iono. Iono or Judge. They're both the same at this point. I don't attach double turbo to the active. I mean, I could attach it and retreat, but then I can't attack, so I can't imagine I do that. So that, you know, they're getting to the spot where they've flooded the bench Pokemon with too much energy. So this is where things get a little awkward for them. So I will drop down the stadium just kind of to thin things out. Just thinning my hand. I don't really want to see these cards back again. I'm going to judge Iono because I really don't need these cards back. And didn't get anything I like, so that's lousy, right? That's pretty lousy. So all right, I'll attach here. It's not good, but okay, I whiffed. So, you know, I was hoping to get a basic energy or legacy energy. Probably would have preferred legacy energy, right? As long as they don't hammer that away. All right, so they'll double hammer. All right, tails. That's good news for me. So that's two hammers, 2 tails on my opponent. And I lost two of my 4 hammers, right? So got a hammer here. That's good as well. Okay. Well, this is good, actually. So I'm gonna hammer. Give me a heads, and I kind of back in the game here. All right. Obviously get the energy off the active Pokemon, right? So he cannot attack next turn. I have a double turbo, so I will have to move the double turbo because I want to attack next turn. I don't have my tools. I have not done well in terms of getting tools this game. So let me just double check. Yeah, I have double turbo in hand, so move this to the bench. That's right, I lost all my energy. Did not matter. Did not matter, did it? So, because the handheld fans. Is the handheld fans good, the deck? It's a card I haven't played. So maybe, you know, and obviously it's good in a lot of cases. It's good here. They need to get... All right, so they play Legacy as well. So that's not great. I guess they'll attach active. Iono. Okay, that's good. That's really good. So if I can hit my tool, I really kind of need my tool. That's what I'll say. I think I think I dropped out another Iron Thorns. I play Iono. If I get my tool, I get a knockout, and I move ahead in this game, right? Which I like. I like that thought. There's not another. There's not another. Right, I'll attach to the bench guy. I mean, it's, and then I'll Iono. I need the tool. Oh, I guess I needed Arven, actually, didn't I? That was dumb of me. I should have used Arven. I should have played Arven. I should have dug for Arven. But anyway, so I get to attack here. This is good. Get to take a knockout. I do have my extra energy in hand. So I'll move the double turbo on over. I missed the knockout, don't I? That's just terrible. But because I ended up with 2 double turbos, I was down to 100 damage, right? That's not good. But, you know, is what it is. And they're going to move an energy onto him. Okay. I'm surprised they didn't overload the other guy. I guess they're if they gust him up and knock him out, then they want it there. But or if they hit heads, and they hit heads, okay. So that's not ideal, obviously. Oh, okay, that's actually pretty sweet. Tails, okay, good. So they've only hit 1. That's all their hammers, right? So they've hit only one head. So I have Legacy. I lose Legacy. I could get it back, of course. Judge just shuffles in. Double turbo. Okay, that's not terrible. It's not terrible. And I can... What are they going to do here? They're going to attack, hit into me. I play boss and take out the guy with all the energy, right? That's what I do. And he has the Legacy Energy. I don't really want to knock him out anyway. So this is a good turn. I don't get knocked out. And I take out the guy with all the energy, right? So, okay, they moved the Legacy Energy. That's okay. Oh, boss again is... I'm liking that, so... Yeah, I want to boss. Take out the guy with all the energy. See what they can do about that. And this is good. So, yeah, so it's being a slow game here, but you know what? The Iron Thorns mirror should be a slow game, right? So I will... What do I have on board, by the way? I'll move the double turbo. Because that way the 2 guys on the bench can both attack. So boss can get me game. All right, so I have game in hand, but I might get disrupted here, right? Knocking out the active obviously doesn't get me game, but I'm knocking out the guy on the bench. If they attack though with the active, then they'll move the Legacy to the bench, and I won't win next turn, right? Okay, so I just have game. So good game, my opponent, right? So, and I have boss, so it works out. And so I take the win. So good game. So they concede, but hey, good, solid game. And you know, well, look, and I'm not gonna complain about that concession in that my opponent conceded, I think, when they saw I had game, right? And that which is fair enough. That's a reasonable way to do it. It's not like they like attacked and then conceded, but they conceded. Yes, they could have let me take the knockout. I think I would have done that if I was them, but that's perfectly fine. To want to end the game when concede once you know the game's over. So anyway, good game, my opponent. The last one was a slow game, obviously, but I'll leave it in because that is part of the Iron Thorns experience as well. So look, a good deck, it is. 4 Iron Thorns, you know what you're playing, you know what you're attacking with, moving these energies around. That last game showed you kind of all these ins and outs, moving the energies around, trying to attack, when to play Penny, when to not. Certain cards that maybe the deck could play. I think PAL Pad could be useful. I haven't seen Lists don't seem to play it, but being able to like recover pennies that last game would have been nice, right? That would have been good for sure. I don't think I played Giovanni. I mean, I don't think how valuable is Giovanni's charisma? That one could be cut, I would say. Playing a 4th tool. I know people don't basically play 3, which is why I did 3. But obviously not getting the tool is a big deal too. So playing the 4th tool could be good. So, those are the big thoughts. A PAL Pad or a 4th Future Booster Energy Capsule would be the cards I'd think about adding into the list. You could shift out the A-Spec. You could use Prime Catcher for gusting or something like that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah. The A-Spec that a Secret Box, right? Secret Box could be good as well. It's a bunch of discarding, but you discard 3, you search for a tool, an item, a support, or stadium, and there's sometimes you want all those in play, so I can see that is a viable option as well. instead of obviously Legacy Energy. But I do like forcing your opponent to take an extra knockout. So anyway, a very good deck. I say, give it a try. Hopefully you don't play it too much, because I certainly don't want to be playing against a lot of Iron Thorns. But honestly, it's probably not a bad option to kind of try to rank up the ladder too. Anyway, have some fun, take care, and play some Pokemon.